All right. Hello, hello, hello. It is Gina Brogan with Second Act Life Coaching. How are you? I hope you are feeling amazing right now. And I also hope that you're enjoying this course. This is a collection of experiences and activities and processes that I put into place in order to manifest and create my next level life. So I know these things work, and I know that they also help you to develop your intuition, access your subconscious mind, and move your life in the direction that you desire. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to create your habit tracker. And somebody recently asked me how to do this, and it was really good timing because it just came spewing forth from me, like, how do I do this? And I know I do trainings on this often, just free like Facebook Live trainings, but I don't always go into the real process behind it. So I'm going to do that right now. So what I want you to do, we've been practicing going into the next level. What is next for you? And what I want to keep in mind here is that even though we're calling in the next level of life in any and all areas of our life, it doesn't mean that we're dissatisfied or unhappy with where we're at. One of the best tools or the places to be or energies for manifestation is current satisfaction, like being grateful and appreciative of everything that you do have and that you are experiencing in this moment, and creating more from there. So what I want you to think about is, where do you want your life to be in a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, even 10 years? Where are you going? And I want you to really get clear on all the things in your life that you want to be different. And that includes what are your health and body goals? What are your financial goals? How much money do you want to have in the bank and savings? What do you want your debt to income ratio to look like, or whatever? What do you want money to look like for you? What do you want your business, if you have a business, to look like? Do you want to have written a book by then? Do you want to have more children? What do you want for your children? This is all for you to use your imagination and create from. But then let's go to 6 months from now or 3 months from now. What do you want to be real in your life? I want to, lose 8 pounds. I want to have, clients in my practice where I'm earning X amount of dollars every month. I want to have the first draft of my book completed and done, the outline. Okay, maybe the outline of my book done. Actually, the first draft is more realistic. I can do that. And so I want certain business goals, health goals, fitness, body goals. I'm generally super healthy. And so business, financial, and relationship goals. Actually, I don't really have, my relationships feel really, really good right now. So I'm going to focus on my body, so strength and fitness. I'm going to focus on some financial goals that I have and some specifics in my business. And I'm also going to focus on those are it. Those are the big goals right now. So assuming I've achieved all of that, so I've lost the 8 pounds or 12 pounds or whatever, I'm feeling fantastic in my body, my clothes fit, and I'm really detailed about what all that looks like for me. And I've got the level of business coming in, and I'm doing business the way I want to be doing business, okay? I want to be speaking, I want to be coaching, and I want to be writing. That's what I want my business to look like, okay? So I want to do these courses. I want to have courses that are just generating more passive income, where people are able to purchase my home study courses. So there are all these things that I want to be realistic for me, be happening in my real life in 2 to 3 months, right? So who do I have to be? Who am I at that level? Who did I have to be every single day for that to be real and true in my life. So I have to think, well, I really am, what I think that version of me is doing. She doesn't drink alcohol, she doesn't eat sugar, she has a much cleaner diet, and she exercises for at least 1 hour every day. She's meditating my spiritual practice, right? That's a big thing. My meditation, my creativity, and like just my spiritual manifesting practice. I call that like just all my inner work, but it includes at least 20 minutes of meditation. It includes journaling and writing, next level affirmations and calling in more and more of my next level life. So, and then creating, actually doing the work or putting together my business, or, writing the book and doing the things. So, those are things that I know this version of me is doing on a daily basis, right? I'm also getting like 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, because sleep has been something that's been a challenge for me. So I'm kind of moving that up in the priority list by putting it in my habit tracker, okay? So I put these things that are going to move the needle in my life. I put them in my habit tracker and say, okay, so every day I'm looking at it and I'm reminding myself, did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? So here's an example of a habit tracker I did from October of 2019. And in here, I'm just going to show you what the layout looks like. So here I have October 2019, and then along this left margin is every single day of the month. So 1 through 31. And then down here at the bottom, I started putting like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because it was easier for me to know what day was what. So anyway, and then up here I have money tracker and desires list. So here I was learning how to track my income and expenses every day. So every day, every penny that came in and went out, I started to track. And every day, so I have, did I do that? So I have a spreadsheet, and I put in every day how much money I spend and how much comes in, and from what source and where it goes to, right? So I'm developing a relationship with my money. So this is sort of an ongoing habit. This is becoming part of my personality, somebody who has a really, really healthy, loving relationship with her money, okay? So, and then the desires list are all the things that I want to call in, like just material things and non-material things. Like there's some material things that I want, and some just I want to, like I desire to have more time, more freedom, more connection with my kids and things like that. So those are the things that I write out every single day. I love that I'm so proud of myself for this. And I just write it as if it's already done. So that's what I call my desires list. And I was pretty spotty with it in October. Like I was not totally consistent. So then I have affirmations and inner work. So this is where I'm writing, doing more inner work, writing, this is already done for me, this is what I'm calling in, and just creating the beliefs through the affirmations that this is, I teach on how to create new beliefs, because if you believe something, then your actions will back up that belief. Your actions will be in accordance with your beliefs. So I create belief systems in order to act a certain way. Does that make sense? And then I had here, it was at least 45 minutes of exercise. I've upped it to 60 minutes since October. But so then I was, I wrote in how much time and what activity I did for every day. And I was pretty consistent there. That was a pretty good month of consistent exercise. At the 45-minute level. That's good. And then that was also another month where I said I was not going to have alcohol or sugar. And I was amazing. I was so consistent. I'm really, really proud of myself. So that, now what's interesting is, and then I have meditation here. So at least 20 minutes of meditation. So every month I kind of change it up a little bit to be in line with what I need to work on. So what I advise people is to look at your life and look at the things that you want to change and take to the next level. And then I always say, like, here, what is this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I always suggest, like, having like 5 or 6 things on your habit tracker, not like 12 or 20, but 5 or 6 things, and make 2 of them things that you're already like, yeah, that's easy. That's already sort of part of my life. It's not a big stretch for me to exercise most days, right? It's not a big stretch at this point for me to cut out sugar. And it's not a big stretch for me to do meditation. So have a few things on there. I say 1 or 2 that are really already like, yes, I got it. I'm really proud of myself. So you get that dopamine hit of checking a thing off your list, and you're also reinforcing that positive habit that is a vote for your next level, right? Anything you do is either a vote for or against what you want, your desired outcome. So these are things that are more votes for your next level. And so then I say, have something, 1, maybe 2, things that are a stretch, like, oh man, that's going to be hard. How am I going to do that? That doesn't come naturally to me. That's really hard. And I'm a little uncomfortable even putting that down in paper that I'm going to do that. 1 or 2, no more. So for this coming month, I have to think about what that is for me. One of the things I put in this month that we're in right now is April 2020 is, what did I put in there? Oh, things that I always put on the bottom of the list of like dealing with taxes, gathering all that information, and really doing some sort of, I call it wealth building exercises, even though right now it's more like getting up to even. But I call it wealth building because it is wealth building. It's once again taking my relationship with money and making it more intimate and happy and loving. So it involves like looking at all of my transactions of last year and categorizing them and, you know, creating my taxes. And that for me is not comfortable. You can hear it in my voice, right? But for this next level, Gina, it's a walk in the park. It's no big deal. NBD. I want to make my tax preparation, filing, and payments NBD. No big deal. In fact, I look forward to it. That's what this version of me is like. Taxes, NBD, right? So that is right now a stretch for me. So I'm putting that in there, the wealth building tax preparation in my April habit tracker. And if you can see it, I will show it to you what it looks like. And then so we've got, let me just finish this and I'll show it to you. So we've got 1 or 2 things that are like, oh yeah, I do that already. It's no big deal, NBD, right? To exercise and meditate. Those are already pretty consistently part of my life. The wealth building and tax preparation, that's bottom of the list. Let me clear out the dust bunnies in the back of the bathroom cabinet underneath the makeup boxes. Let me do that first before I do the taxes. That's how yay, we're back. Okay, so got interrupted with a little Wi-Fi interruption. So if you can see this is my April habit tracker, and I created a completely different kind. I've done 3 different versions just to show, and I will put them in I'll take screenshots and put them in the group files for you. So anyway, you can see like the yellow is the exercise. This is exercise, and I'm really super consistent there. This is my meditation and inner work. This is business development. So these are specific business development actions that I'm taking each day. And this is my no sugar, no alcohol, super consistent there. And here's my wealth building. You'll see like, okay, I did it a couple of days. So this is a great example of things that are easy for me, no problem. Things that are a little bit of a stretch, like doing specific business building things that I am learning from my coaches and stuff about. So it's moving me out of my comfort zone, but it's not like entirely like, oh gosh, no, it's not like taxes. And then the no sugar, no alcohol, that is a thing that's back on my habit tracker because I have been having a hard time sleeping. So I noticed like I would have a little taste of whiskey before I'd go to sleep, or like if I was up at 2 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep, I would be like, all right, I'm going to have some whiskey to help me fall asleep. And I noticed it was almost every night that I was having it. So I wanted to make it a habit of, how can I keep track of when I'm not drinking alcohol? And basically so far this month, and we're already on like the 11th, it's been every night that I have not. So this little blink right there is because I had something with sugar on that day. So still I've got like consistency, no alcohol, which makes me feel really good, right? So I love filling out my habit tracker every night to see where I'm at. And you can see by the end of the month, I'm going to have a really, really great snapshot of what trends are going on for me. And maybe there are certain days of the week that's why I've shown you 3 different ways. Actually, I've shown you 4 different ways because I showed you my October one of different ways to create a habit tracker to give you a visual like snapshot of this is how you performed. It gives you a nice feedback, right? So yeah, you'll see in that wealth building category, I really need to put a little more time into that and make that a higher priority, or just more consistent, because this version of Gina, the next level version of me, that's NBD easy. And when I get to that level in my business where I can delegate that stuff to somebody else, here's the most amazing part of it. When my business gets to that point where I can hire people to do that work that I don't enjoy doing, I will have done it enough that I have a good sense of my business, the financials, right? I have an understanding of it. And that's where I am empowering myself. I'm not just be like, oh yeah, you take care of it. No, I've done the work. Even though I'm resistant to it, I know this version of me is not. This version of me knows the power of being involved with her money. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful for you. There might be a few other things that I think of that I will add to this in the email training, or maybe leave more. I think this is it. I really want you to connect with that next level version of you. What is already just normal for her, and then create your habit tracker from there. But don't overwhelm yourself with too many things that you're trying to bring on. You can create bring on new stretch goals, stretch habits every month, 1 or 2 at the most. Don't overwhelm yourself. Set yourself up for success. Okay. All right. As always, questions, let me know in the group or in the email me. Wherever you decide you have questions, you know where to find me. Message me, email me, or put them in the group, okay? Thank you, good luck, and share your habit tracker with the other members in the group, because it's really, really empowering, okay? It builds community when we can see what everyone is doing, all right? Thank you, and have a fabulous, fabulous time with this. I love you. I will see you soon. Bye.